Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a long-time rivalry between Shawnee Mission South and Shawnee Mission West. Let's go ahead and meet our competitors, first from the Raiders.
I'm Josh Watkins, and my favorite superhero is Captain America.
I'm Tegan Jarko, and I'm a senior, and my favorite superhero is Iron Man.
Hi, I'm Max. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite superhero is the Comedian.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a junior, and my favorite superhero is Rorschach.
Hi, I'm Isaac. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite superhero is Nightwing.
And the Vikings.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm a senior, and my favorite form of potato is mashed.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm a senior, and my favorite form of potato is French fried.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm a senior, and my favorite form of potato is scalloped.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm a senior, and my favorite form of potato is hash browns.
I'm Hannah. I'm also a senior. My favorite form of potato is chipped.
Outstanding. Great introductions, by the way. I'm your host, John Bartell. Favorite superhero, Perry the Platypus. Favorite form of potato, sweet. Yes. Here we are in the first round of categories in which we will take turns answering questions. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that point. So we did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by the Raiders. So Shawnee Mission South, here is the first category. It is U.S. geography. Name the state whose capital is Salem. Max.
Oregon.
Oregon is correct. West, general knowledge is your category. What's the civil equivalent of military time 2000? Hannah.
8 o'clock p.m.
8 o'clock p.m. Very good. Back to you, South. Literature. What's the talismanic word, and only one word, given in the Arabian Nights, which would open or shut the cave? Isaac.
Sesame.
Sesame is the one word. Very good. West, grammar is your category. The following words are all examples of what category of pronoun? Here are the words: many, each, everyone, anyone. Julia.
Indefinite.
Indefinite. That's the word we're looking for. Very good. Raiders, architecture is your category. The Cathedral Church of St. John the Divine, located in New York, is the world's largest cathedral whose design exemplifies what style of architecture? Alex.
Neoclassicism.
I cannot accept that. Vikings, back to you with a chance to steal this architecture question. The Cathedral Church of St. John the Divine, located in New York, is the world's largest cathedral whose design exemplifies what type of architecture? Ryan?
Gothic.
It is Gothic. Very good. Vikings, you have the next category. It is government. Until an amendment to the Constitution in 1913, senators were not elected by popular vote. How were they elected? Hannah.
State legislator.
State legislature. Yeah. Very good. Tough word to say. I try to avoid it whenever I can. Raiders, you have the next category. It is sports. In golf, the longer shot would normally be hit with which wood? Josh.
3-wood.
I cannot accept 3-wood. Vikings, chance to steal this sports category. In golf, the longer shot would normally be hit with which wood? Ryan.
5.
It is not the 5. It's the 1 wood or the driver. Either one would have been accepted. Vikings, you do get the next category. It is current events. Former Mayor Ray Nagin was indicted on 21 corruption charges. Of what city was Nagin the mayor? Ryan?
Detroit.
It is not Detroit. Raiders, chance to steal this current events question. Former Mayor Ray Nagin was indicted on 21 corruption charges. Of what city was Nagin the mayor? Tegan?
Chicago.
It is not Chicago. It is New Orleans. New Orleans. South, you do get the next question. It's geometry. If two angles are complementary and congruent, what are their measures?
Josh? 45.
45, very good. Vikings World Geography. This famous single-arched bridge crosses the Grand Canal in Venice. Name it. Back to you, Raiders, for a chance to steal this World Geography category. This famous single-arched bridge crosses the Grand Canal in Venice. Name it. Max.
The Rialto Bridge.
Rialto Bridge, very good. Raiders, you have the next category. It is U.S. military. The Pentagon canceled the Army's $38 billion Comanche weapons program. What is the Comanche weapons program? Isaac?
Fast and Furious.
I cannot accept that. Vikings, U.S. military history is the category. You have a chance to steal. The Pentagon canceled the Army's $38 billion Comanche weapons program. What is or what was the Comanche program? It was an attack scout helicopter. It was a helicopter. General knowledge is the next category, and it belongs to you, West. A long scarf made of feathers or fur is given what name? Julia?
A boa.
It's a boa. South, science, anatomy is your category. In the human body, the ilium, the ischium, and the pubis are all part of which bone? Alex?
The pelvis.
The pelvis, we'll accept it. West, you have the next category, U.S. history. At the Kennedy Library in Boston, scholars, journalists, and curious citizens pored over what items left behind by 4 presidents. And here are the 4 presidents: Roosevelt, Kennedy, Johnson, and most notoriously, Nixon. Ryan?
Tapes?
Tapes, yeah. We'll accept it. Raiders, you have the next question. It's sports. What athlete is the only American ever to win and still claim cycling's Tour de France? Over to you, Vikings. Sports is the category. What athlete is the only American ever to win and still claim the cycling's Tour de France? It's Greg LeMond. Greg LeMond. 2 others won, but they were disqualified. Vikings, you do get the next category. It's space questions, science, specifically space. Identify the appropriately named spacecraft that NASA launched back in 1999 on a quest to bring back particles from a comet just beyond the moon. It shares its name with a Hoagie Carmichael song. Raiders, chance to steal this science space category. Identify the appropriately named spacecraft that NASA launched in 1999 on a quest to bring back particles from a comet from beyond the moon. It shares its name with a Hoagie Carmichael song. Isaac?
Pioneer.
It is not Pioneer. It's Stardust. Stardust. South, you do get the next question. Fine arts history. Verdi's opera, Aida, was commissioned for one of the key events of the 19th century. Describe the occasion which led the Egyptian Pontificate to order this composition. Isaac?
The removal of power in Egypt from the Ottoman Empire to Great Britain.
I cannot accept that, sorry. Vikings, chance to steal this fine arts history question. Verdi's great opera, Aida, was commissioned for one of the key events of the 19th century. Describe the occasion which led an Egyptian potentate to order this composition. Ryan?
The completion of the Suez Canal?
That's what we're looking for, yes. West, you do get the next question. It's military history. The Treaty of Paris ended the American Revolution. What treaty ended the First World War? Ryan?
The Treaty of Versailles?
Versailles, very good. Back to you, Raiders, with the vocabulary category. What man's name is given to a circling current of water? Isaac?
Maelstrom.
I cannot accept that. Vikings, vocabulary is the category, your chance to steal. What man's name is given to a circling current of water? It's an eddy. It's an eddy. Vikings, you have the next category. It's U.S. geography. What was the original name given to the islands now known as Hawaii? Ryan?
The Sandwich Islands.
Sandwich Islands. Raiders, current events is your category. Florida is holding a special hunt for an invasive species that's killing many other animals in the Everglades.
Burmese python.
Alex, it is the Burmese python. Very good. Vikings, you have the next category, world geography. What flourishing city on the Arno River was the leading cultural center of the Italian Renaissance? Ryan?
Florence.
Florence is the right answer. Very good. Back to you, Raiders, with U.S. government. The 23rd Amendment extended the right to vote for president and vice president to citizens living where? Josh?
DC.
D.C., very good. Vikings, science, biology. What type of bonding accounts for the double helix structure of DNA? Ryan?
Ionic.
I cannot accept ionic. Raiders, you have a chance to steal this biology question. What type of bonding accounts for the double helix structure of DNA? Correct answer is hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. Raiders, you do get the next question. It is Shakespeare. Which one of the following Shakespearean plays is not based on important historical events? And there's a choice here: Richard III, Antony and Cleopatra, Othello, or Henry IV.
Othello.
It is Othello. Alex, I need to remind you to wait until you're called on.
Sorry.
It's not that big of a deal in the first round. Second round becomes a big deal. All right, back to you, Vikings, with ancient history. What Greek orator is said to have improved his speaking voice by shouting above the roar of waves with his mouth full of pebbles? Ryan?
Demosthenes.
That is correct. Very good. Raiders, world geography. Back to you for a world geography question. The island of Trinidad is a type known specifically as a continental island because it was originally joined to a continent and still has many species of animals and birds that can be found on the land from which it's separated. To which continent are we referring to with Trinidad? Isaac.
South America.
South America. Very good. Back to you, West, with a science vocabulary question. Which of the following phrases best defines the word etiology? Is it the study of causes of diseases, the study of flowering shrubs, the study of prehistoric fish, or the study of nerve endings? Ryan?
The shrub one.
It is not the shrub one. South, you do have a chance to steal this science vocabulary question before we go into halftime. Which of the following phrases best defines the word etiology? Is it the study of the causes of diseases, the study of flowering shrubs, the study of prehistoric fish, or the study of nerve endings? Tegan.
Prehistoric fish.
Sorry, it's the causes of diseases. Causes of diseases. That does lead us right into halftime with a score of Shawnee Mission West 11, Shawnee Mission South 9. At this part of our program, we will go to a member of each squad as they will give us a campus update of what is happening in and around their particular school. And we're going to first go to Shawnee Mission South and Tegan. What is happening with the Raiders?
Well, the theater department is putting on Little Shop of Horrors coming up. WPA is coming up in a couple weeks with our Spirit Week. Our boys basketball team is currently undefeated at 12-0, which is really exciting. And recently, this weekend, we won academic decathlon state for the 13th time in a row.
All right, 13th time in a row. Very good. All right. And is Mr. Stern also the coach for that
yes.
as well? All right, outstanding. And Shawnee Mission West, Ryan, what is happening with the Vikings?
We got a lot going on. This week on Thursday is the premiere of our theater production of Guys and Dolls, so we're all looking forward to that. At Shawnee Mission West today, it was a balmy 72 degrees, and we attribute that mostly to our sunny personalities. And also at Shawnee Mission West, we continue to be state football champions. So.
Outstanding. Thank you for the great weather today, by the way.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. All right, as we head into the second round, we are going to start off with our look and listen question, which is worth 2 points. The contestants here in the studio will be able to look at a monitor and hear the audio clue through speakers. And it is once again worth 2 points, and it is the start of our lightning round. So both teams, here we go. The look and listen question is, name the President of the United States with this first term agenda.
In addition to international and internal threats to the nation's stability.
Ryan.
Thomas Jefferson.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. And South, you now have 5 seconds. Tegan.
Andrew Jackson.
It is not. It is George Washington. George Washington. No points awarded on the look and listen question. As we head into the remainder of the lightning round, a question is placed on the floor for either team to answer. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point. If a team responds incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. So both teams, here we go with the first category. It is sports. Key activities in which sport are fielding, pitching, and... Josh?
Baseball.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal this sports question. Key activities in which sport are fielding, pitching, and bowling? Ryan.
Cricket.
Cricket. Very good. Fine arts, painting is the category. This Super Bowl of painting was organized in 1504 in Florence, Italy, as two of the greatest Renaissance masters competed in rendering battle scenes. Who are these painters of the Battle of Anghiari? Ryan?
Da Vinci and Michelangelo.
Those are the two. Very good. U.S. history for both teams. How many states were there in the United States Confederacy? Josh?
16.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal this U.S. history question. How many states were there in the Confederacy? Ryan?
14.
The answer is 11. 11. General knowledge, ancient history for both teams. Which 2 months were added to the early Roman calendar to make 12? Max?
July and August.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Vikings, chance to steal this ancient history, general knowledge question. Which 2 months were added to the early Roman calendar to make 12? Ryan?
November and December.
Sorry, those are also incorrect. January and February. January and February. Music, lyrics is the next category for both teams. Quote the first 3 words in the refrain of Julia Ward Howe's Battle Hymn of the Republic. Julia.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
That's what we're looking for. Very good. Literature, quotations. Oscar Wilde once described fox hunting as the unspeakable in full pursuit of the blank. Ryan?
Uncatchable.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Raiders, chance to steal this literature quotations category. Oscar Wilde once described fox hunting as the unspeakable in full pursuit of the... Tegan?
Impossible?
I'm sorry, we're looking for uneatable. Uneatable. Vocabulary, insurance is the next category for both teams. This word was applied to members of Lloyd's of London because they signed their names to insurance policies at the bottom. Identify this word, which now refers to all insurers. They're known as underwriters. Underwriters. Math for both teams. Audio tape is running through a machine at 7 1/2 inches per second. How many inches will run through it in 1 minute? Josh?
450.
450, very good. Sports is the next category. What sport boasts championship matches in freestyle and Greco-Roman competition? Josh?
Wrestling.
Wrestling, very good. Science category, the category is chemistry and geology, same way. Used mainly in fertilizer, which element is never found free in nature, although it makes up 2.4% of the Earth's crust? Brittany.
Nitrogen?
It is not nitrogen. Raiders, chance to steal this science, chemistry, geology question. Used mainly in fertilizer. Josh.
Phosphorus.
It is not phosphorus. It's potassium. Potassium. General knowledge for both teams. Hung on a necklace, this small portrait case was popular during the Renaissance. What is it called? Josh.
A locket.
It is a locket. You've narrowed the gap here a little bit. Shawnee Mission West 14, Shawnee Mission South 12. It's history. Presidents is the next category. 2 presidents are buried in Arlington National Cemetery. John F. Kennedy is one. Who is the other? Josh.
Eisenhower?
It is not Eisenhower. Vikings chance to steal this U.S. history presidents category. 2 presidents are buried in Arlington National Cemetery. John F. Kennedy is one. Who is the other? Hannah.
Lincoln?
It is not Lincoln. It's William Howard Taft. William Howard Taft. Next category for both teams is military history, War of 1812. Name any one of the 5 U.S. representatives at the Treaty of Ghent. Aaron.
Benjamin Franklin.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this military history question, specifically on the War of 1812. Name any one of the 5 U.S. representatives at the Treaty of Ghent. Tegan.
Jay.
I'm sorry?
Jay.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. John Quincy Adams, James Bayard, Henry Clay, Albert Gallatin, or Jonathan Russell were the 5. Current events for both teams. Hall of Fame outfielder Stan Musial, who died on January 20th at the age of 92, played his entire career for which team? Josh.
Cardinals.
The Cardinals, very good. Fine arts characters for both teams. In literature and film, who was the famous governess of Jane and Michael Banks? Julia?
Mary Poppins.
It is Mary Poppins, very good. World geography for both teams. Squares named Gordon, Logan, Barclay, and Grosvenor may be found in which national capital? Ryan.
London?
It is London. Economics for both teams. What sort of laws prohibit monopolies? Restraint. Ryan.
Anti-collusion laws.
I cannot accept that. Sorry. South, I will give you a chance to steal. What sort of laws prohibit monopolies, restraints of trade, and other conspiracies to inhibit competition? Josh.
Antitrust laws?
Antitrust laws is what we'll accept. And Ryan is going to challenge it. Here's the card just to double check. Okay, we're going to move on with the next question. Amethyst is the most highly, the category is science geology. Amethyst is the most highly valued form of what mineral? Josh.
Thought you were going to ask something else. Geodes.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Vikings, you do have a chance to steal here on this science geology question. Amethyst is the most highly valued form of what mineral? Brittany.
Calcium.
It's quartz. Oh. Quartz. U.S. geography for both teams. Name Dolly Parton's theme park in the Smoky Mountain foothills of Tennessee. Alex?
Dollyland.
It is not Dollyland. West, you have a chance to steal this U.S. geography category. Name Dolly Parton's theme park in the Smoky Mountain foothills of Tennessee. You were close. It's Dollywood. Dollywood. Both teams, literature is the next category. Which English novel depicts the tumultuous relationship of the Earnshaws and the Lintons? Julia.
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights is correct. You've opened up a bit of a lead here, 17-14. Language, specifically Chinese. The name Confucius is a Latinized version of the ancient philosopher's real surname followed by an honorific. In Chinese, this name is the same as a method of self-defense. What is it? Isaac.
Kung Fu.
It is Kung Fu. Very good. General knowledge for both teams. In what month do we observe Arbor Day? Brittany?
April?
It is April. Very good. And with that siren, that does denote the end of our game with Shawnee Mission West squeaking out a winner here with 18 points versus Shawnee Mission South 15. Well played by both teams. Please join us again here on Categories next time as we will bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.